What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2015 Ford Focus we'll be installing LED interior lights on. Now, this installation is compatible with all third generation Ford Focus, that is 2010 through 2015, as well as the 2016, including the RS that will be announced here shortly. Today we're going to be using a PrecisionLED Premium 5730 style LED lighting kit, and you can find this kit in the description link below on PrecisionLED.com. Now today we're going to be installing LEDs on our front dome, the rear dome, the courtesy footwell lights, as well as the trunk, the vanity mirror, and the backup reverse lights. We're also going to show you how to get access to your headlights and change out the parking lights inside the assembly. So make sure you watch all the way to the end to see that. Let's go ahead and get started. We're looking now at the front overhead dome light on the Focus, and we're going to be using one of the three trim tools that come in the kit. We have a serrated knife tool with a flat end, a pointed wedge, and a crowbar shaped tool with a fork end. For this portion we're going to be using the flat end of our serrated knife tool, and you actually want to flip this upside down so the flat side is facing you, and you're coming in from the side that has a small indentation here. And the intention here is to lift the panel slightly, insert in, and you'll be pushing down on a metal spring that's holding the apparatus in place. Once you have that spring down, you can see where we were pushing with the tool right here. And the reason we have to use this side with the flat side down, when you come in with the tool, you don't want to lift underneath this metal. That's not going to help you. You want to come on top of the metal here to make sure that you're actually making contact with this spring. Now that you have the assembly that you can work with, this is a T10 style bulb, and you're twisting to unlock that bulb. And this is the T10 type. Now it's a little hot because it was on, so I'm just going to use the cloth on my shirt to help remove the bulb. And we just remove the bulb like that. We're replacing it here with our 5730 style T10. And that one snaps right in place. Now this is not polarity specific, which means that you could have it in this orientation, or you could turn it around and plug in the other orientation. The circuitry on the bulb is designed so that it'll work either way. Go ahead and insert. Twist it to lock it in place. And as you can see, the bulb works. You want to make sure the side with the connector goes in first, and you push this back into place and it snaps in. There you go. We're looking now at the rear overhead dome light. It's a very similar installation method as the front dome light. Same exact panel. Take the flat end, you flip it upside down so the flat side is facing down, and you come in from the back side here that has a small indentation for a tool to make to fit inside. Let this one drop down. And it might be a bit difficult to see here, but we have the T10 LED that we are twisting to unlock, or the halogen bulb right now. Replacing that with our new Premium 5730 style bulb. And we're putting this one in place. Once you get it into the socket, you are turning clockwise to lock it in place. And then we can go ahead and test the light before we put the assembly back on. Very good. Let's turn it off. Socket side here, or sorry, the connector side here goes in first. And then you push this one in. Now it's good to go. For the vanity mirror light, we're actually going to be using two tools. You're going to use the fork-shaped end of our crowbar tool. Just coming from the side on the mirror, lift up, and when you push down, you can start to lift up the bottom portion of the lens cover. And that's going to allow you to remove the lens. Now notice there are flat ends here, and then these ends are the portion that lock into place. You're then going to use the pointed wedge tool coming from the bottom here just to remove the festoon type bulb that's here. And because that bulb's hot, I'm just going to use a piece of cloth to remove the bulb. Just like that. Now, the type of bulb that goes into your vanity mirror light is a 29mm 5mm diameter type bulb, and these only comes in our 50/50 standard type, which means these are polarity specific. So if you put them in upside down, they don't light up, and you turn it around and it lights up. So go ahead and put these ones in place, and you want to make sure that you line these up so the light is going correctly. Just take your pointed wedge tool, so you can twist it. There you go. Now that you have the bulb in, take the lens cover. The side that has the longer straight edges goes in the top, and then at the bottom you're pushing down to snap it into place, just like that. And you're all set. We're looking now at the courtesy footwell light here on the passenger side, and the method of removal is actually going to occur here on the side closest to the interior of your panel. You're going to be using the pointed end of your pointed wedge tool coming from the side here, and you're going to force it down. There we go. Once you have that down, you now have access to the bulb. Because it's hot, I'm just going to use a piece of cloth to help me remove that T10. And we're replacing it now with our premium 5730 LED. And this is a really nice upgrade. It does make the interior look a lot nicer with that white light. Once you have it in and you confirm it's working, side with the connector here goes in first. Then you push up, lock it in place. The process is the same on the driver's side. For the trunk light, it's very similar, or it's actually the exact same light panel as the courtesy footwell lights we just did. You're going to come in here from the side with the pointed wedge tool. You push in, and you angle it out. You should now have access to the bulb. We're going to use just a piece of cloth to remove it, just because the bulb is hot. Just like that. And we're replacing it with our new 5730 style LED. This one will work in either orientation, and once you have that fully inserted and you know it works, side with the connector goes in first, and then you push up to lock that in place. We're now going to show you how to change your backup reverse lights. As you can see, we're going to turn them on here. We've already done it here on the driver's side. We're going to show you how to access the passenger side. And the way you do that is you have to remove this entire trim panel here on the trunk lid. And to do that, you're going to be using actually a Phillips head screwdriver and our serrated knife tool here, this indentation here, to help you remove these pins. So we're gonna get started. First things first, you need to loosen the screws. Once you have the screw loose, you can pull it out. Make sure you hold on to this. And with your serrated knife tool, you're going to come in from the bottom and just edge this out. And that's how these come out. You want to do that to every single one to be able to remove this, so we'll do that now. All right, now that each one is off, you can go ahead, pull it through right here. You also have your emergency trunk release that you're just gonna loosen. And now this is gonna come and swing down. And now what you can do is just kind of angle it up like this, and you'll have access on this side here to the backup reverse light. We're gonna change the angle here now so you can see what we're doing in here and get this bulb out. We're looking now here. This black connector is your backup reverse light on the trunk lid. It looks exactly the same on the driver's side. This one's the passenger side. To remove it, you're just using 2 fingers to turn it counterclockwise. And that should pop right out. Once you have it out, the bulb comes out just like any other bulb. This is a larger style T10. And replacing it here with one of our premium 10 LEDs. Once you have that securely in place, you can go ahead and put the car in reverse without the engine on, just to see if it turns on. This one we know works. So we're gonna insert it back in. And remember, you turned it counterclockwise to remove that time, the first time, so you're removing it, or you're reinstalling it and twisting clockwise to lock it back in place. And now you know it's snug. Now that this is complete, the trunk lid's gonna have to go back on. You wanna make sure every single pin that you took out goes back in place before you go ahead and finish the installation. But that should be it. As you can see here, we've changed one of the parking lights here on the Ford Focus within the headlight. We're gonna pop the hood and show you how to get access to your headlight, remove it, and replace that courtesy light. Let's go ahead and do that. For the headlight, you have 2 bolts that we need to remove. One here at the front, one here in the back. You're gonna be using a T30 type torque bit to remove. We have one here hooked up to a drill. These come out pretty easily. Make sure you hold on to the bolts so you don't lose them. And this is pretty simple. Most headlights are a little bit difficult to remove. With this one, you're just gonna pull and the assembly should come out. There is one wiring harness here at the bottom that controls all the lights on the vehicle. And not sure if you can see that well here, but you push down here at the tab and you pull out. That's your connector. The parking light is right here up in the top, and that's accessed through the high beam headlight here inside. We're going to change the camera angle so you can see inside the housing, because it's pretty far recessed up in here. So we'll go ahead and put this on the workbench and show you how to do it. Looking now through the high beam, you have your courtesy or parking light right here where my pointer finger is pointing at. Now to remove this one, you have to push back, and I'm going to use my thumb here just to pull it out, and that goes straight back, and that gives you access to your bulb. This one comes out just like every other one on our installations here, and we're replacing it with our new T10. Once you have that secure in place, all you have to do is realign the bulb and then push it back in, and there's some pressure that's going to be holding it in place, and you should feel a click when it gets in, just like that. And you're all set. The grommet goes back on top. Make sure it makes a nice seal all the way around. And all we have to do is put this wire harness back in to test to make sure the light works before we actually go ahead and screw the headlight assembly back on. And that should be all there is to it.
And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.